What's going on, YouTube? We're back with another transformation. I got one of my good long-time clients in here. We're gonna do a beard grooming service. Obviously, we don't have to touch the top because he only has a beard, so we're gonna go ahead and get it started. First, we're gonna start off by lifting the hair off the face, seeing our canvas, getting everything laid out. We wanna know what we're working with, how we're gonna do it, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into shaping. I'm gonna start off with my 1.5 halfway open, and all I'm doing at this point is really going off the contour of the face. I'm only going down towards the middle of the ear, towards the middle of the cheekbone, and I'm just adding shape. I'm not digging into the hair. I'm combing through it. I'm just laying down my first guideline, and I'm fading downward. I'm not fading up. I'm not establishing guidelines. I'm actually fading down in this process. As you can see, I changed over to my brush. Sometimes I like to use the comb, sometimes I like to use the brush, but most of the time I like to use the brush when I'm fading. It actually lays down the hair the way I like it, but it's really up to you, whatever you like to use. So as you can tell, I'm going between my 1.5. I've actually just changed to my 1 and it's halfway open. Now I just removed the 1 guard and now I'm going with it all the way open. Constantly doing around 3 to 4 strokes, and then I'm brushing through it to see my canvas and see what's happening with these strokes. Now I close the clipper and I'm only working at the top. Continuously brushing through it, being consistent, letting him check it out. He takes a phone call in the middle of it. Hey, I'm gonna call you right back. So he's excited about the taper. As you can see, the taper is very light, very contouring to his face, and then we're going to go ahead and establish our foundation in the back. I like to start with the back of the beard. It helps me understand where I'm going with this cut. After I establish my foundation line in the back, I do a little bit of shaping just to allow myself to see where I'm going with it. He doesn't want the pillowy look. He wants more of a structured look on his face. Towards the end of the video, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button. There's going to be plenty more videos like this that come out, and we definitely appreciate your support to the channel. As you can tell, I'm taking my time, making sure every stroke is consistent. I'm combing it out, actually taking the comb and combing towards the ear to get any stray or flyaway hairs to make sure that line is crispy. On this side, I just fast forwarded this side because I'm going through the same steps. I'm not changing anything. I'm brushing through. I'm going through my 1 halfway open, then I'm gonna close it, and then I'm gonna go to my 1 halfway open, then I'm gonna close it, and then I'm gonna actually go into my no guard open and work my way down. I love to start my beard liner with the mustache. The reason why I do that is because I work everything in from the mustache to the end of the beard. As you can see, I turn my hand over. I like to start with the top of the mustache, and it sets my guidelines to where I'm going to make my swoop. And some clients, they don't like it all to connect. As you can see at his last barber, his last time he came in, he had it disconnected down here, but I'm going to connect everything with one fall swoop. As you can tell, I don't lift my hand up. I let the back of the clipper do everything. I keep my hand positioned on the forehead, so I just let that curve of my wrist make the curve of the beard. Nice, smooth motions, not digging into the beard. He wants to keep it as high as possible, and that's what he'll get. This is coming together real nice, real crispy. And I take my trimmer and I balled out the top. This is coming together very fire. Doing a little shaping on this side as well. I'm not digging into the beard. As I come over to this side, I do the same thing. It looks a little funky because I wasn't trying to get in the view of the camera. I'm left-handed, so bear with me. at this point, I'm picking everything out. I'm getting ready for the ultimate shaping. So we're gonna hit it with some holding spray. We're gonna pick it out, hit it with a cold blast. And we're gonna continue to go to work. This is what we do. We in that zone, man. We're really doing this thing. If you guys liking the content, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Drop a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. So at this point, now you can see I'm doing a little bit of shape. I'm going off the contour of the face, the structure of his face. If you look to the left side, it's more of a pillowy look. To the right side, I'm going off of the contour of his face, going from his cheekbone down to the thickest part of the beard. Make it in my mission not to dig deep into the beard. We're just adding some shape and some structure. Taking my time, not rushing this process, because this process is the gold. This is what people come back for. They want to see how that beard work is. If this brother only has a beard, so we definitely want to put him in the game, because this is what he shows off. If it was a cut, I'll have the cut and the beard, but we got to put our foot in it. That's what we do. We show up and show out. Taking my time, making sure I'm not digging into the beard. If you guys liking the beat that's going on right now, I'll put the description below. These brothers is like that. The Whte brothers is like that. The Whte brothers is black, by the way. So now I brought up my beige pencil, and what I like to do, I like to set my line first. Even though I can see it, it makes it easier for me, and it'll add a little bit of contour at the end when it's time to razor it up. So I'll outline it at the highest point, making sure everything is symmetrical, outlining the top of the beard and the back of the beard as well. Then I go over to the other side, do the same thing, stay consistent with it. Constantly applying pressure, man. That's what we do. We apply pressure on this side. No need for a guard when you run the point. Gotta remember that. So now that we established our lines, we'll go ahead and add the back line. Mark it up. My brother's going to sleep in the chair a little bit. We're even on both sides. Left side, right side. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and add in our enhancements. We're using light enhancements. I'm not too heavy on the enhancements. I like to make sure it's bing bow, but I don't like to make you look like you just went to a paint factory. So I like to take my time, apply it to the top of the line, and brush it in slightly. Oh yeah, that's sharp. That's the one. Yep, that's the one. Hey Nick, what's that enhancement? Jump so sharp it's starting to ask questions. Staying consistent. Been doing this for a while, so it kind of comes. It just comes natural at this point. It just comes natural. Do the same thing to the left side. Taking our time. We're not rushing through it. We're making sure everything is consistent and symmetrical. We don't want it darker on one side and lighter on the other side. But he's in that pocket. Cause I'm in that mode, man. I'm back in that grind mode. I outline it on this side. So bear with me. My camera started messing up and I didn't get the razor in process. However, after I line it up, I hit it with the razor and this is the finished product. If you like the content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more transformations like this. We'll be back with more. No need for a guard, you run the point.